people, DG, I'm back again. Obviously, you've all seen the game against Everton, so I'm not going to talk about the game again. Personally, obviously there's a lot of negatives just of how we've been playing, and obviously we're not playing off the standard of a team that can say they're going to go on 5 games without losing, let alone Champions League and things. We know that. But within the context of that and how we've been playing, personally, I feel it was a confident performance. Confident might not be the right word. Encouraging might not be the right. Just a good performance, innit? I feel our young players did well, especially to be in the game at 45 minutes, and I think they've all got a good learning experience from this game. Same way, Xhaka, Torreira. I can't really ask anything of anyone. I feel, obviously, there's a lot of things Arteta knows he needs to improve, but he evidently would have seen, and I thought I'd speak about them. I'll do a similar vid because I actually have some notes about this, but I think first and foremost he's seen it'd be defense. Let me not talk about, we know defending, how we look at, ironically we did alright defensively today, but how we defend just as a side needs to improve, just everything in it from front to back, pressing, all of these sort of things. So I'm not going to harp on about that. The lack of ideas, because you're seeing players on the ball, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. There is, you can say for the attackers, there's no midfield, there's no clear philosophy, so how can they get onto the ball? 100% facts, people. Same way, midfielders, I do believe when the midfielders, for as much as what I've just said is valid, I do think when the midfielders get on the ball, sometimes their fellow midfield colleagues or the strikers or generally even the fullbacks, generally as a team, there's not much happening. For the man in possession, there's no movement. Even Leno, even the defenders. Our defenders are poor anyways, but a lot of the time they get caught dwelling on the ball because they're poor, but they don't. It's kind of everybody's in stick or twist mode. And today you saw Torreira, you saw Chambers, you saw Aubameyang, you saw Maitland-Niles, you saw Nelson, you saw Martinelli. Quite a few players. Not a criticism, but it's like they're all on the ball at a period, and they're like, what? Like, well, go on. What do you want me to do? So I think getting first and foremost a clear philosophy in how we want to play and what we want to do when we're in possession for any man, and always creating angles on the field and things like that is something we need to introduce. In that, I think he's spoken all the right things in it. Ruthlessness, bravery, Arteta said it all. But I think as much as he says it, I think he's really got to get it through to them. He's got to, as much as, let's just say Luiz is a fire hazard, people, but I think you've got to get to a point to Luiz or even these young players where they're not afraid to make mistakes. They're brave. They're going to try a pass. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Do you get it, people? For the young players, I think there's a lot he can take. I think Nelson's got to learn where to receive the ball and when to run with it and when to pass it and make better decisions with it. Same way with Emile Smith-Rowe. Second half was encouraging. First half, I felt, as much as I like him, potentially a bit too raw for this environment. He's learnt a lot in his first Premier League start away from home. Obviously with the movement, where he demands the ball, how he demands the ball. Do you get it? I feel the work rate's there from both of them, but just working with them, obviously working defensively, because whoever plays fullback, today I was seeing it, but it wasn't a problem. But you know, there's a lot of spacing behind our fullbacks. I think we've got to improve that. What we actually want to do with a ball, because again, I feel sorry for Leno, because there's no purpose to how we play out from the back. I'd say really just install some confidence. And I'm not saying confidence in these guys get this overconfidence thing again. Confidence in that they're just the clarity of mind, because today we played all right, but it did look like players were in a watershed moment. Looked like they, no one wants to make that mistake and kind of be written off by Arteta already if they before they've actually technically been managed by him. I feel we did all right today and we did well, but this is more what I want to see, man. And I think he knows what he needs to improve, and I'm really confident for him with these young players. I do think one or a couple might go out on loan next month in January, but I'm keen to see, man. I do honestly believe if they buy in, listen, whether it's going to be a success or not is a different thing, but we need to buy into Arteta, and they do. And I say fans need to do that as well, man. I'd say 2 things fans should learn from Unai Emery's saga is that, first and foremost, don't get gassed when he's going on the 22 unbeaten run if we do that under Arteta. If there's every moment to get... If we're playing like Liverpool and City now, don't get it twisted. I'm going to be here in my videos with the propaganda. But let's actually look at the performances. Let's not be too down in defeat. Let's not get too gassed when we're winning. Let's critique how we're moving forward as a team. How Arteta and the boys are looking a month into his tenure. 4 months, 6 months, a year, and more if it keeps going. Do you get it? Let's just judge it on a game-by-game basis. If he's not a success, which I hope's not the case, then we'll reveal that. But I do think all fans just got to buy into it now. If you wanted him, great. You can't always gas it when it's going right and wrong. And vice versa, if you didn't want him, just support the lad. Because I think that's where we've got to go, man. And I think for Arteta, I think Ljungberg indirectly is kind of telling. I'm not going to speculate on Pepe and Lacazette, because I think Pepe is still part of the plans, and definitely for this season at least, Lacazette and Aubameyang would be utilised by Arteta to some capacity to try and move our season forward, sort of thing. But I think Ljungberg was making a statement, has been making a statement, and he made a statement. He's like, I'll play the experienced players I need to play, but Arteta, these young players are more up for it. They seem to be who you should move him forward with. Maybe even with Joe Willock coming on as well, instead of probably the guys on the bench as well. Even Nelson playing 90 minutes and Aubameyang being subbed. I'm not speculating, but these are players or people that are not in form or whatever. Maybe we're making a statement. Obviously, everybody starts again come Monday or whenever the boys are back in training. But I feel the fans got to pull in the right direction. I think Arteta's seen a lot about what he needs to improve, but for me, it's probably the mentality and the temperament, really, because he's seen us a lot of times, and he saw us last week, and he probably saw us. We had an encouraging performance at Everton. We defended quite well, and we weren't as nervy as we would. But I'm pretty sure he's seen as much as tactical and technical. I think he's seen psychologically some things he can tweak as well. On that note, though, I'm going to get out of here. People, it's a pleasure for you lot watching my thing, and thank you for 17,000 subscribers. And as we get close to the end of the new year, I don't know if you're going to watch another video, but a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It means a lot that you lot have been fantastic in your personal support for me anyways, people, because it's been a long year. It's been a long year in my personal life, and you lot have kept me going, man. So I hope you lot enjoy the festive periods and whatnot, and is what it is. But on that note, I'm going to keep it moving. People, DG.